I thank you. We are not worthy. I mean, look at this. It's lovely. I love it. He's grinning. Jonathan, I don't know what he's doing. I just give up.
He was told to clip me around the ear.
From Waterboard.
He looked like one of those kind of robot boxers. And this is a man that's been to the what is it? The Leon? What's it? The acting school, the method acting school. What's that?
Lee Strasberg.
Yeah, he went to the Lee Strasberg. You'd never guess, would you?
He needed Darren rolling around on the floor, really, didn't he?
He did. Have I said I'm Stanford Chidgen as the Chelsea Football FanCast yet?
I doubt it.
I just have. Take it as read.
I said I'm Darren Mantui and you've introduced me.
But I never bother with that kind of nonsense.
Or the benches.
Okay. We're the Chelsea FanCast. Pablo, Darren, Jonathan Kidd, I'm Stanford Chidgen. They are the benches. And we're going to give them a clap for a change, I think. Let's give the benches a clap. The gaffer, the chef. I like it. The gaffer, the chef, the baker, and the Chadmeister. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Walk into a bar.
Gaffer, baker, chef, chadder. It needs a bit of work, maybe, but I don't know. All right. Okay. What?
Funny.
It's funny. I know. Praise indeed. Praise it. Well, here we go. It's a laugh a minute on this show. If only you paid for it. Right. Okay. Galatasaray game. Interesting game to talk about this one. I think. I thought we started really well. I thought, we looked really, really good on the counter-attack. I mean, God, the way we played and the way that Galatasaray defended for the first half, I thought we were going to rip them a new one. I mean, their keeper, their defence, very, very dodgy. But, of course, in true Chelsea style, we didn't actually manage to score more than one goal in the first half.
Can't kill them off.
Mancini, again, credit to the opposition manager, much as I hate to do it, but he tactically switched it around quite early, sorted it out, and they came right back into it after they equalised. And, I mean, they really went for the jugular, and I thought, actually, a lot of people criticised this, and it kind of made me very, very annoyed. I accept, like me, I was very disappointed after the match because I felt that we should have battered them and it was only 1-1. But actually, I am not Jose Mourinho. I know this is a shock to all of you out there that I am not, in fact, Jose Mourinho. But I'm not. And he knows a little bit more about football than me. And I thought, actually, do you know what? I thought he was quite smart because they really were quite rampant after they equalised. And what he did, he took the sting out of that game, very, very quickly. And, OK, he was allowing us to try and play on the break a bit to see if we could, get a winner. But he was more concerned. He thought, hang on a minute, whoa. Difficult place to come. They've got their tails up. 1-1 is not a bad result there.
Indeed.
And I thought, you know what, on reflection, fair play, Jose. I thought he did all right.
He totally did the right thing. But it's a little bit...
Still disappointing.
Well, it's a little bit frustrating. It wasn't wrapped up.
Because we were so dominant, weren't we, early on? We were, tearing them apart.
But once again, Mancini did actually change it around. I've called him Mancini rather than Mancini.
Mancini.
But that's like
Mancini. Mancini, yeah. He's a Mancini.
Whichever one he is. He changed it round in the second half. And we should actually have scored in the first 50 minutes.
Should have buried them. They were there for the taking. I just hope their defence is as rubbish when we return to the bridge. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
It's a good enough result.
1-1 in Europe. I mean, actually,
I was happy with it.
Do you know what? Proof, Darren, if proof were needed. I tweeted the Chadmeister during the game or after it, or maybe even Matt, actually. I think it might be Matt at Chelsea Stats to say how many times have, as a Jose Mourinho team, drawn 1-1 away in the first leg of an away match. And he's done it 3 times, so it's kind of his most favourite result. He has drawn quite a lot. There's some 2-2s in there, there's some 0-0s as well, but 1-1 is, I think, the most he's drawn away from home in a Champions League match, 1-1. So Jose sees that as a good result.
Well, the last time we played in Turkey, we lost
5-0.
2-1.
Fenerbahce.
Oh, yeah. Avram Grant's side. Some third division English player scored, didn't he? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I was in Valencia.
Were you?
Actually,
Did you go to the wrong place or something?
It must
you
have
didn't think the game was in Valencia?
It was around after, wasn't it?
I was in Istanbul for that one, and the pubs were good then, and everyone said the atmosphere was better that time as well than the Galatasaray.
Well, apparently they're not as quiet. It's not as hellish as it used to be. So they've got a new stadium.
3 years ago,
So for Arsenal, read Galatasaray. Build a new stadium, your atmosphere goes. Do they drink latte in Galatasaray, or are they on that kind of really sweet?
I'm not sure they're quite on the same scale.
No. Do they not like spreadsheets, though? OK, fair enough. Shall we talk about the football? I would like to have a look at Ross's ratings, because Ross worked very, very hard on these, and this is what he has to say about the player performances in Galatasaray. Right, Cech got 6. Ivanovic, he got 7. Cahill got 6. Thought Cahill was very good, actually. I thought he played outstandingly. Lots of good blocks. Terry got 6, thought he was good. Aspie, he was the man of the match. Obviously, he got 8. I thought he was exceptional. Ramirez got 6. Lampard got 7. I thought Lamp's put in a good game, particularly defensively, to be fair. I thought he did all right.
I thought he got caught in possession too much.
Well, you're just mean. Schürrle, Willian and Hazard all got 6. I think they were really good in the first half and not so good in the second. I think it all fell apart a bit, really. Got a bit defensive, didn't have the ball much. Torres got 7. I thought Torres, actually, over the 2 games, I thought Torres has put in a good shift and played a good couple of games, to be fair to the man.
Yeah, he's fully looking fit, isn't he?
I thought he was poor after the goal for the rest of the game.
Oh, he had that chance to really win it, didn't he? Which
Does he make strange
superb
choices?
ball through, and
the second touch occasion he is really feeble.
But I think you have to be very careful, because we now know his foot is on the wrong way around. So don't mock the afflicted.
No, we should be nicer to him. But at the same time, he shouldn't be playing for Chelsea
or anyone.
God, it's like what is it with old people? Tales like this. Why are they always moan?
Talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even we had Dr. Mark back last week, and he just was quite quiet all round.
I think I'm being constructive here.
I genuinely thought, look, yes, OK, I would like my striker to be at the heart of the action, scoring goals for fun, yada, yada, yada. But we know we're not going to get that.
And the other thing he does is that he picks on the centre half. They have little battles all over the place. You almost have to tell him to stop doing that.
Talking of battles, I thought, to be fair, we're going to talk about Drogba and JT because I thought they had quite a good ding-dong. But actually, what I did think was really funny, and this is a plus for Torres, is that all week everybody's been going on about Drogba. Actually, also, people out there, far too much love for Drogba. We're playing against him. All this rubbish about I will cheer if Drogba scores for them. I will love. No, you wouldn't. You're a Chelsea supporter. Wake up! And it's me. But anyway, I really laughed. There's nothing I like more than a bit of Schadenfreude. And I thought Torres scoring. I thought he upstaged Drogba against Galatasaray. And I thought it was quite funny myself. So there you go.
Drogba had one good header, didn't he? Which they almost scored from.
And the bloke inexplicably kicked against the post.
They did. I don't know. There's a lovely picture of Aspie and Torres. I've got another great thing about Aspie because I know we've been bigging him up about this game, and so we should do. But Jose was absolutely extolling his virtues all week, if you remember, and he was actually going so far as to say that he would be very happy if he had a team of Aspies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even striker.
Exactly. Everybody should be an Aspie. I'm with that. I think we should all be Aspies. Do you think we should Photoshop Aspie's head onto all of us? Maybe we should do that.
The whole of the show.
That would have been really clever.
Yeah, good.
We don't have the budget for that, sadly. This is not Gravity. No, it's the Chelsea FanCast. But some very, very clever person on Twitter did put up this photograph of there's a team full of Aspies.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird? It's so weird.
I don't like that.
Oh, Pablo, don't cry, Pablo. It's okay. It'll come down a minute.
Why are 2 of them so big compared to the
I know, that's what I love about it.
William's hair.
They're the arrogant Aspies because they've got bigger heads. Tumbleweed.
Had to go over
Absolute tumbleweed for that. Tumbleweed, mate.
Didn't it? That was the thing.
Yeah, I just love that. So that is, in fact, what a team full of Aspies would like. Now, look, we mentioned Drogba, and there we go. This is why I think Drogba didn't have a good performance. He's doing the teapot. He looks a bit camp there, don't you think, in that photograph, Jonathan?
I like it, though. I like a bit of campness.
No, I don't want to play. That's my old team, no.
You're not allowed to do that, I don't
Why not?
think. Well, that's kind of stereotype that I don't think you're allowed to do.
How should I have done it? In the style of Sol Campbell or something, maybe?
Oh, no, that's even worse.
Why not?
That's homophobic.
That's not homophobic.
Oh, my God. What route are we going down here, Chels?
The alleged one.
Oh, dear.
Allegedly, that was Drogba anyway. What are you talking about?
Look, he's our hero, Chidge.
Not anymore.
I wouldn't mind if he scored against us.
No, I never said that. How can you turn that round? I've just coated off our entire listenership and the idiots that I saw on Twitter.
Coated off, I remember
not the other bit. No. How can you accuse me of doing that?
Something else for a second. Yeah, right. No, I'm saying that. Yeah, but he does. A little tear does appear in my eye, doesn't it? In yours, whenever you see a picture of him.
It's professional.
Okay.
It's professional. We're playing against him.
I agree. When he comes onto the pitch at the beginning, we go, "Hey, we love you," and then we.
Anyway, without sounding vaguely homophobic, because I'm not homophobic. I did not imply any of that at all. I just thought he was doing a teapot. Teapot. you
went to the voice though afterwards.
It was the voice that was a bit.
But that's kind of what you do with that in the 70s.
Yeah, the 70s.
How would you portray a teapot, Jonathan?
A teapot, I think a teapot would be like that.
Okay, right, can you do what I did for the Drogba Can we have the photograph back? We'll just cut this out and pretend it didn't happen. I'll have the photograph of Drogba looking camp back. Now, you do it, Jonathan, as it should have been done.
I'm not enjoying the way the game is going at the moment. I'm enjoying myself much.
And he gives me a hard time for saying
even worse.
Yeah,
I agree.
That was closet racist, for God's sake. Oh, God, this show's going down the blooming Carsey, isn't it?
I was trying to do my Drogba impression. I thought the one that you did, which was, oh no, let's stop it now. Oh, please shut that door now.
So you're trying to tell me that they don't ever show Larry Grayson, which is really obviously what I was subconsciously thinking of.
You were, weren't you?
Yeah. Shut that door. Yeah. Or Duncan Norvell.
Okay, that's fair enough. No, you're making that illusion. Chase me.
I've met him.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I had to run.
Did you?
You tee him up.
Who did Larry Grayson at that?
He looked like Drogba in that photograph. He just shut that door. He did. He was
Avram Grant, like.
Avram Grant. He didn't look anything like Avram Grant.
I'm sure it was him that did.
You thinking of Baron Greenback from Danger Mouse?
Oh,
no, I'm pretty sure I was thinking about him.
Possibly. Anyway, the point is we are actually talking about football and Didier Drogba, and it was emotional. It was lovely to see him, but I just want to know if he's going to be as limp. Can I say limp-wristed?
No.
Okay.
I'll say it. Is he going to be as gay?
Can I say? Clearly not. Obviously, I've got tongue-tied. Chase me. Anyway, can I say that Didier Drogba will be as ineffectual?
Yes, you can say that.
Next week at Stamford Bridge.
I'd like him to be.
So would I.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
I've got. This is what I've been building up to. Blimey, it's real hard work tonight, isn't it? This is what I've been building up to for the last 5 minutes. My worry is that he's always going to
rise to the occasion,
like a Rabona. Oh! But I always thought he was going to be pants in the first leg. But when he comes back to Stamford Bridge,
he'll feel the love, won't he?
He'll feel the love,
and he'll explode.
And he'll score a goal. I'm telling you now, people, and I don't want to hex this. Yeah. Drogba is going to score next week.
Well, if he scores, we have to score 3 more.
Score. If he scores one, we'll score more. There you go.
Oh, I sang it again.
There you go. I'm getting you singing a lot more. Anyway, do watch out for him. I was going to say it was a game of 2 halves, but I think this show is very much like a game of 2 halves. What I would actually really like to say is that I thought we really missed Matic to talk about some football seriously for a minute.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, Darren, Jonathan, Pablo.
He's good.
You get onto the Mikel aspect, which you're going to talk about later. You compare the two of them.
I am. What?
Am I allowed to talk about it now?
Yeah, I'm going to let you. That was me letting you talk about it.
Okay, thank you. Matic shows up how Mikel doesn't play as well in that position because Matic is a star, and Mikel, although Mikel is good, he isn't as much of a great player as Matic.
I totally agree. Actually,
I've got something to say about that, but I'll let you go on.
I just think that Matic is capable of playing in a kind of combative and dynamic way. He'll go vertical and horizontal to use.
There's a great eagerness to get the ball back from somebody, which is very similar to Makelele used to have. Whereas sort of tigerish, I can just nip it.
Whereas Mikel, for example, against Fulham, when he came on initially, he was on to kind of like take the sting out of the game or whatever and to close it up. But the amount of times he'd get the ball, take a few steps forward, and I hate using this kind of cliche of Mikel because it's so overused and it's not totally fair, but he'd take a few steps forward, look around, turn around, pass it back to a centre-back.
Or even he turns around on himself and is almost...
Yeah, and I just think that there's this more natural drive in Matic that makes the team as a whole tick more.
OK, right, here we go. No, go on. I'm biding my time.
I do like Mikel, but the thing that Matic does better than most players we have is he is so calm on the ball, he's so relaxed. He never ever panics. He knows exactly what he's going to do with it, and he's just like...
OK, well, we are going to talk much more about this in the next part, but all I would say here is that, I think that... And I know that they play in the same position, but they're 2 very different players, and Matic is very clearly a very different player, different style of player to Mikel. And therefore, in many respects, I would say it's horses for courses. And I think a lot of people were getting angry about Mikel coming on. I think that was because they were disappointed because it was 1-1 and they wanted to win. But I think, actually, as I said earlier on, I think Jose did the right thing. He brought Mikel on and it took the sting out of the game. But what supporters don't like, they don't like that. They like to see us go forward, attack, score goals. I think at the end of the day, just to move it on, because we're going to talk about this in the next part, I don't want to steal our thunder. I think moving it along, I think... yes, we were a bit negative, but we did take the sting out of them. It's 1-1. It's a decent result. It sets the tie up well, I think. I think we'll win. I do. Do you think we'll win?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, look at that. No doubt at all.
I'm sure we'll win.
Yeah?
I'm sure we'll win. Yeah, I think he's been absolutely fine with it. I just don't think you can compare the two. The reason that Mikel played was because Matic couldn't. I think Matic is number one choice. Absolutely obvious.
Yeah, I think he is, but because I think the thing about Matic is he brings more to the game than Mikel does.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a moot point saying, well, if you look at Mikel playing for Nigeria, he's quite an attacking midfield player.
But he's had 8 years to prove that.
Yeah, but the thing is, Pablo, we can sit here and say that, but we don't know what the instructions the manager has given Mikel to play in that team.
No,
we don't know that.
No, I know, but you can kind of make an assumption based on 8 years.
But you know what they say about assumptions?
5 different managers. I don't know exactly what they say about assumptions, but they're wrong.
Exactly. They make an ass and an ump of me and you, but something like that. But no, I mean, the thing is, we don't know what the instructions that are laid down to Mikel. I have to say, watching the game from last week, it was very clear to me what his instructions were, which is to take the sting out of this game. Galatasaray got their dander up. They look very, very dangerous at the moment. We need to just keep the ball, keep it amongst ourselves, slow it down, frustrate them. And he did that really well.
Of course he does, because he does that
That's
really
what
well
he does,
every time.
Look, we've got to move on, old freak, but I think we're going to really do this to death for 20 minutes in a minute. So we should really talk about the Galatasaray. I mean, sadly, none of us were there, which is a great shame, but... it was a super trip by all accounts. I mean, there are a few stabbings, apparently. But I don't know, is that for real? Has that been verified?
I think Uncle Tom got caught up.
He got a kicking.
He got a bit of a kicking, didn't he? Yeah,
apparently. I think he was quite...
He's all right, though. He's all right.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. Anonymous from Surrey, I think it was, wasn't it?
They changed it. It wasn't originally.
What was it originally?
I'll show you in the...
not for consumption.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the fact that it was anonymous from Surrey, but apparently he got in the rackies and he was fine.
Yeah.
He got on everything.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it seemed there's nothing lasting also.
I think it's really quite interesting, actually. I mean, it reminded me of a lot of the stuff that was going on. It's very fascinating now, of course, because we have Twitter, but, in the old days, if you were going to somewhere that was quite hostile, here, let alone anywhere else, your rule number one is you went mob-handed. You stuck together, 20, 30 of you, because, invariably you weren't going to get picked on. If you went around in ones and twos, you were going to get picked on. So, you were a bit of a fool if you did. So it's actually, when you're going to somewhere hostile like this place, you need to have your wits about you a bit, I think.
Change your accent.
Oh, no, I think, to be honest...
Well, I think we've established that I'm rubbish at accents.
But
how would you have done it, Jonathan?
Personally.
How would you have done Istanbul?
I would have spoken like that.
Would you?
Hello, I am from another country, not this one. But I still have sounded a little bit ethnic. I'm standing in the car.
Would you have worn a fez?
I'm standing in the car.
Just to go through the whole stereotype, would you have worn a fez?
Like, hi, how's it going next moment? And getting away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Chelsea fans are much, much more streetwise than almost any other group of fans, particularly when it comes to European aways. I mean, they tend to stay out of serious trouble. At least they don't kind of invite trouble in the same way that Tottenham seem to have done over recent years. And I think...
Well, we've had more experience of going abroad than Tottenham.
Totally. But, I mean,
and winning.
We're just more streetwise, I'd say, as a general.
Benches, Cheddar, how's life with you lot? What are our lovely people on Mixler saying?
I asked a question about what they thought of the Galatasaray game. Cole Jackson has said that we're not killing off teams, and that's been Jose's concern all season, but it's still a good result regardless. Clive Lewis says that away goal is worth having. And someone on here, and I'm sorry I can't find you, said that... it's Blue Funk says if we don't concede the next game, we go through. Simple as that.
Interesting stuff. It's interesting about that, not killing the game off, because... I think his reservations about our ability to do that may well have caused him to bring Mikel on and to kill the game by taking the sting out of it rather than trying to score a goal. He thought we were more likely to be able to do that than by scoring another goal. Anyway, talking of Mikel as we're going to have a whole 20 minutes talking about John Obi Mikel and a debate that we're calling OB or not OB.
Very clever.
That is the question.
Very clever.